Hello guys, how's it going? Dexstar here, and today we're going to be talking about left foot riding, and this is in honor of my brand new course, which is all about your left foot being able to play kind of freely apart from the rest of the kit. Because drums are all about, and the way the kind of drums came together is it's all about you basically being able to do multiple guys' jobs and get paid less for it. That's basically kind of how the drum kit came about. Only half true. So, because we're trying to do, you imagine like early marching bands, you'd have a guy on the snare drum. You'd have a guy with the bass drum on his chest, and then you have a guy with the cymbals going, and they'll be doing that. And again, it's just tight band leaders didn't want to pay three guys, so they were like, hey, I'll pay you a little bit more if you do three guys' jobs. And you're like, oh, okay. So they do the marching stuff, play the bass drum, and then they do the... And they had something called a low boy, which was two cymbals together that they play with the feet. But it's which then turned into the hi-hat. So drum history, yeah. But that's kind of the kind of point of the drum kit, and that's where it's come about. But so many people, when they're playing kind of grooves nowadays, all the left foot does is hold the hi-hat closed and maybe open it every so often. But we want to try and get it involved a little bit more. And this is what this course is going to be entirely about. But again, this lesson's just on one of the exercises that we're going to be exploring. So let's jump in and see what we've got. We're going to be doing this. The left foot's going to be playing eighth notes at the same time as the right hand. So if the right hand's on the ride cymbal, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to bounce our entire leg up and down. You can see my knee coming up at the same time as the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then we're just going to try and play some basic bass drums and snare drums with that, just to try and push our coordination a little bit. So without the left foot, we have bass drum and ride together, followed by a ride on its own, snare and ride, followed by a ride on its own. 1 and 2 and. And then you can see in the music, we've got all these X's on the bottom of the stave, and that is our left foot. So you can see an X on the top of the stave would be a hi-hat played with the hand. An X on the bottom is the hi-hat played with the foot. So that's the way you can remember it. The kind of feet notes are always down towards the bottom if you're new to reading sheet music. So we've just got the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and played with the left foot here. And then we're just going to try and put it all together. So breaking it all down, we're going to have right hand playing on every beat, left foot playing on every beat. So right hand and both feet together for the first beat. So again, both feet, and again, careful not to fall off your chair, because as soon as you lift your feet up, you get this kind of tension on your back, and it's you've got to be really careful. Make sure you've got a nice, correct, straight up posture. So again, both feet right hand, and then you're going to go right hand and left foot together. No drums in there, just the cymbals. And then you're going to go still right hand, left foot, but with a snare drum now. So that one's tricky because it's the whole left side of your body, left arm, left leg, and a right hand. Coordination. And then the last thing is just right hand and left foot again. We've got this cross-diagonal coordination trying to make a right hand work with our left foot. And this is all the kind of communication that's going on in the brain. And the more we practice this stuff, the more control we have over our limbs. And this is building our coordination, which is what this is all about. And again, if you want to get into more detail, it's available in the members section. So for the big course. So, right, that's the entire groove then. So 1 and 2 and then it just repeats. 3 and 4 and. So using that, why is that useful? And what I used to always kind of disregard this, like the left foot, it's so quiet. Can you even hear that? Well, here's the groove without the left foot. And here's the groove with the left foot. So yeah, it does add something to it. Yeah, it's not as loud as a snare drum or a kick, but it adds this new dimension, and it sounds like multiple drummers playing at the same time. It's like a fourth drummer has joined the fun, and you create much bigger sound, which when you're playing in a band and you're trying to go for that massive sound, it's just something else which sounds a little bit bigger. And some of the more complicated things we'll get onto, like I say later in the course, will be on trying to do that in different beats, kind of separate to the right hand. And the ways you can take this is then, if you're playing without the right hand, so doing that groove, if I take the right hand away, we just have a normal groove, and our right hand's free to then do some other things. So it's like playing this groove. Imagine sprouting a third arm, and then you could play the toms at the same time. Well, you can. You just do this. And you can see it really opens up your playing a little bit and just frees up your right hand to do other stuff. So again, we're getting freedom with this coordination. Working on our coordination just really frees us on the drums. And that's what we're aiming for here. Freedom and control. Right, I'm going to do a little solo now, just demonstrating this in a few different ways. And again, please remember to like and subscribe to this, subscribe for more free videos. Again, you can check out the members section for more of these kind of in-depth courses. And again, I do give Zoom lessons if you want one-to-one lessons with me, so I can help you get better at the drums. And it looks just like this, but I can see you and we can talk about drum stuff or not drum stuff. If you're into like Nintendo games, then we can chat about that as well if you really want to. So anyway, moving on. Solo. So I'm trying to keep that left foot going. So have some fun with that one, guys, and I'll see you for the next lesson sometime soon.